Hey, good morning from our Modern Living studio in Seattle, Washington. Wow, Wednesday here again. We spent some time today, share with each other, sharing with you deal of the week, right? So obviously, the company has been around for 27 years. We've done over 62 different development. But every deal is a lesson learned, right? So today I wanted to share with you some deal that we've done in the past, especially with a lot of you guys at the entry level investor, right? I have a privilege again to work with great investor from ICSC, from from overseas, from US, from Asia, right? You know, investor like Kemper Freeman have built over the $8 billion portfolio in Bellevue, Washington. And you got my ex-partner is from the regional center. We're doing, $400-500 million of the property. So those guys, they do what they do, right? But the one thing that I wanted to share with you guys today is the basic real estate investing. Anyway, welcome to Modern Living investing program, right? So a lot of you will come to me and asking the question about, if I were to buy properties in a market like New York, San Francisco, Los Angeles, right? Bellevue, Washington, Seattle, Washington, right? You always complaining that the 1% rule of rental. So if you guys buy a property for $1 million, right, and you rent them out, it's market like Seattle, Bellevue, San Francisco, San Diego, you probably get half of the rent. You're never gonna get to like 1% rule, meaning that you buy $1 million, should be able to rent that for 10K, 10,000 a month, right? But the truth is, you buy a property for $1 million, you probably rent most of the market, you can get like 50% of that. So, to be able to offset the cash flow for your property, especially you starting out, investing now in today's market, right? Like my son graduated from University of Washington, computer science, got a good income, working for Facebook Corporation, right? And my other son, Alex, working for Tesla and make really great income. So you need to invest and you need to buy asset. You need to improve asset, right? And then you need to buy, but you get into the investing right now, the same that I heard that for the last 27 years is I do not have the cash flow when I buy the property. How am I going to buy the first property and pay for the mortgage, right? So take the rentals, rent, and then pay for your mortgage. Only come up like half of it. So today I wanted to introduce to you the ADU program. It's called the additional dwelling unit, right? Now it's for those that's in Seattle, Washington State, California and Oregon, and a lot of metropolitan market across the U.S. right now. It's a new law for the single family home zoning. It used to be one lot, right? Depend to single family, whether 7,200, 8,000 square feet or 3,000 square feet, right? Or any unit lot subdivision or the subdivision, you can only build one unit per lot for single family home. So the new legislature and new zoning allow now for you to build 3 units on one lot. So let's go ahead and take a look at this particular property. And I has been working with the public sectors, working through the Master Builder Association, national and local, and the county, right? And working with our public sector too, promoting this. So, for example, if you were to look at this here, right? So, if let's say, if for example, if you have a single family home, you can go ahead and add on another 2 more units at the back, right? And so that a lot of investor, especially like entry level investor, with the question here is, well, I'm buying property, my renter pay me the rent, I do not have enough rent income to pay for my bank, the lender, right? So this is the answer for it. So if you know that if you can build this ADUs or the DADU, or you can call it a detached ADU, it's called DADU, right? And so for 1,000 square feet, 2 level and 2 bedroom, 1 living room, 2 full baths, 1,000 square feet, right? So you're probably gonna build in that turnkey, everything ready for between the price between 325 to 350,000, depend to where you're at, right? So here you go. So if you in the market of New York, if you've been in the big market, San Francisco, Seattle, San Diego, Los Angeles, this is the answer for it. You can go ahead and build in this for that amount of cost to build, and be able to have a property manager to rent this unit out. Most of the time, I've been doing this a lot, right? We have thousands of units that we're building out there. And so I know that it's definitely going to meet your 1% minimum requirement, for you to invest. So, for those that bought a lot of home property and borrow money from us to buy homes, I inviting you to contact us or contact your broker, right? And let's talk about how to build an additional units of 2 units more on your existing property. Now we can look at building it on site. What we do from Modern Living Company is we put together a very productive and efficient development design team, right? That including architecture, civil engineer, envelope, right? We'll put everything together for you. But you also know that we also build this kind of units in the modular living factory, meaning that we're building all 84% of the total units inside the factory, where they keep all the condition of the units. And in the assembly line, it's just like Tesla build smart car or the electric vehicle. We Modern Living, we're building homes. We build smart home, right? But we build them in the factory. And so that's going to be reducing, costs, right? And reducing the length of time that you build. And so also it's very controllable, but then you have to pay for transportation and installation and hire out team to help you to bring the unit to your backyard, and you started to collect the rent income, right? And so that you no longer complaining that, I'm investing, but I do not have enough cash flow to pay, for the mortgage. So you will be making money. And this unit right here, if I were to look at it, if it is in Seattle, one of this unit here, the ADUs, right? The ADUs, 1,000 square feet, it's running pricing between $575,000 to $800,000, right? And if it's in the east side of Seattle, it's probably gonna run between 1,000 square feet, 2 bedroom, 2-story ADU, probably gonna run between $750,000 to $1 million. And then of course, that's gonna be the same thing for New York, for San Francisco, Los Angeles, and San Diego, right? So if you can see, very profitable way to do it. So I hope that you can learn something today. But here's some of the deal that I do. Because today is deal of the week. I promise I will share with you some of the deal that we done complete. So let's talk about the first one right here. We bought this property here. The address is 5735, 35th Avenue South, Seattle, Washington, 98118. So original, we bought one single family home. It's right here on 35th, right? But our strategy in investing, we don't buy the property for what it is. We buy the property for what it should be, right? Maximize the potential and value added, right? So we demo the homes and then we add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So what we do is we add 6 more dwelling unit, right? 6 more townhome. So as you can see today, and we have property that listed right now on the market on Zillow, right, or Redfin. You know that this unit probably be listed at $1 million right now. So those investors, those homeowners that bought this property from us, lived there for the last 3 years, they probably gonna make a minimum of the appreciation of $200,000 plus. So as you can see, it's very productive, very profitable to do value added and to do the creating and enhancing equity and make the property worth a lot more, right? Again, we buy the property for not what it is. We buy it for what it can be, right? Maximum the full potential of it, right? So right next to this property, we also acquired another 2 more property. Again, 2 single family home located on the multi-family zoning, right? So we demo the second home, and then we built 8 more townhome. Same thing, right? 8 more townhome, probably selling for $1 million each. As you can see, very productive, very profitable. And then we bought another side here that we put another 8 units, right? So it's really good. It's located on, go ahead and Google it, Zillow it, and looking at this beautiful subdivision community located in Columbia City in Seattle, Washington, 4835 35th Avenue, South Seattle, Washington, 98118, right? So that would be what you see right now, is what you get, right? Those are the beautiful unit, 5-star green bill, very high efficient energies, right? And homeowner that moving into this area that purchased is very happy, and that's the reason why we created weekly on Friday at 6 p.m. we create another program called Modern Living Happy Investing Hour from 6 o'clock to 8 p.m. So, you all welcome to join us, right? We have food, drink, and we got great, karaoke. And then we got other investors coming in and we'll share with you how they build wealth, right? Through real estate with us. Because the truth is, we help over 6,000 clients to buy home, buy mortgage from us. And that's what we do today, right? But most of the case, some of the investors so successful. We have investors that get to $1 billion in terms of the investment, right? So you got to start from somewhere. May well just starting with us, or we want you to learn. We want you to invest. We want you to be a great investor, right? Warren Buffett said the best. The first investment you need to make is you invest in yourself, right? So ask yourself a question: how much do you invest in you, right? With everything is changing from zoning to consumer to the market, how much do you learn? And who's going to teach it to you? And where are you going to plug in and learn? We create this program, we create this community within the Modern Living family, allow for you to do that, right? So this is a great project. I want you to do the homework. The second property that we done is located on 3418 South Renton Place, Seattle, Washington, 98144. Yeah, you go ahead and Google that right now. Punch it in on Google Earth and looking at this property. This property, it used to be one single family home. It's only renting for $2,300 a month, right? So I got a great broker And so he called me and he said, well, we got this property, it's listed on the market. So I appreciate it when somebody bringing me deal, right? So I end up look at this property, what I can see and apply the strategy of what I've been doing for the last 20 plus years. I don't buy the property for what it is, I buy it for what it can be, right? So what it can be, it's 5 townhome, right? So we go ahead and buy the property, pay for it, and put through design development, and then we turn from 1 unit into 5, 1 into 5. And so this unit is selling is about 600,000 per unit. So 5 units, that will equal about $3 million in sale, right? But for God bless all the homeowner and investor that bought this particular property. Today, they probably appreciate sitting on great amount of cash. And if they wanted to get the cash out from this property and invest into another property, would be a great way, right? We call it BRRR, right? So that would be a wonderful program that we can help you, if you come into the Happy Investing Hour weekly Friday from 6 to 8 p.m., right? So that's wonderful. And check it out with this with high quality home. We build it up to like 45 feet high with roof deck, right? We build a living space for the office, and then lift work become a big deal right now in the metropolitan area. And the second space we're building living room and then family room and kitchen, and then all the bedroom is on the top. Walk into the roof deck, 5-star green build, wonderful, smart, energy efficient home. So the homeowner right now is really happy, right? Then I want you to be in the same position to take action and do some great thing to build your wealth, your asset, right? And invest into your family and the future and creating more asset, creating more equity. And that automatically is gonna lead to more cash flow for you, right? So, with that, I have a lot of deal in the past 27 years that I've done that have a great privilege, to teach you, to show you the way and open for you a pathway for you to build wealth and then taking your financial to the whole new level, right? So with that, weekly every Friday from 6 to 8 p.m., we have a program called Happy Investing Hour from 6 to 8 p.m. So where that we create a community, all the investor, all my past client, we have people that making $100 million in townhome residential modern living, right? We have people that making $1 billion into this, doing the same thing. And we got entry-level investor that wanted to take your portfolio right now to the whole new level starting out with the ADUs, right? Definitely ADU modular build is the way to go. And we also set up a fund right now. Right now we have somewhere about 25 to $50 million that we can help to loan money for you to do it, right? We also have a factory that can build that in the factory right here in the Pacific Northwest, right? And then we have factory in Vietnam that coming up that building home. Also, we be able to work with some of the vendor from Asia that going to be reduced material, right? That included, we can reduce the length of time to build. We can reduce the labor. We can reduce the construction material, right? By building them in a factory. And so we're pretty excited about helping you to reduce, the building cost, helping you to get the units that you want. We see the ADU for your own backyard, right? So we're happy to help you. But, during this process, if you're going to become one of our superstar investors, right? Who would that be? We got investors right now that do like 200 units residential years, right? But we have invested just starting out that doing like 1 or 2, right? So this is the year and this is the time. It will be great, if we can do it together, right? So with that, have a great one. Until next time.